By December 1984, with Spain about to join the European Community and years of cold relations thawing, the Foreign Office was busy not negotiating policy, but crafting the script. For the first time, we are able to see the thoughts behind the event. In cables between London, Madrid and the convent, officials fussed over how the frontier should reopen. The documents have remained classified all this time, 40 years. It was only on the basis of a Freedom of Information request on behalf of GBC that the documents became declassified. So it's the first time anyone outside the Foreign Office has set eyes on them in 4 decades. The files show that, while the reopening was presented as the fruit of joint cooperation, the substance and the language were almost entirely drafted in Whitehall. On the 19th of December 1984, officials circulated a document titled Implementation Day, Meeting Objectives, and written by the then Foreign Secretary Sir Geoffrey Howe. Its purpose was not to debate sovereignty or policy, but to set the emotional temperature of the moment. Sir Geoffrey predicted that Spain was likely to bring up the issue of sovereignty in its opening remarks. But the UK would do nothing except take note and agree to review sovereignty in regular ministerial meetings going forward, with Gibraltar's chief minister present. A draft communiqué, prepared weeks in advance, laid out even the sequence of events. A January technical meeting in Gibraltar, a bilateral session in London between Foreign Office Minister Sir Michael Jenkins and Spanish Under-Secretary Mariano Verdejo, and finally, a ministerial review to confirm the process. The press line, too, was already written. There were other objectives as well, both on the UK and Spanish sides. One thing that's easily missed in the small print is Madrid's own ambition. Spain wanted to set up joint working groups before the frontier was opened with the UK on things like the environment and the military.
From Spain into Gibraltar, there is the man who holds the key. Donde está la llave? That is the gentleman who has it. 40
years on, the Lisbon Agreement remains a milestone in Gibraltar's post-war history. The moment when a physical barrier fell and the long diplomatic freeze began to thaw. But the files now show something subtler, that the thaw was carefully temperature controlled. Behind the scenes, the Foreign Office was less concerned with reconciliation than with risk management.
3 of them assembled from very early this evening.
The Lisbon Agreement may have opened the frontier, but the real story lies in how London opened it, not with diplomacy's flourish, but with diplomacy's stage directions.